However, once we step outside that glass room, the buildings inside are continued on outside the glass wall. So we can see, in this instance, an interior. Notice the burned ends of the wood to preserve them better against insects and other damage. We see the construction from the outside of a sweat lodge, as well as the use of the deer hide as a doorway. There are young men preparing the heated stone. Sweat lodges were used by young men principally, for not only pleasure, but ritual cleansing. The remnants of the logs and sticks that were embedded in the soil, as well as the stains from their use over time and maybe degradation, are what archaeologists use to define those locations. And oftentimes, similar structures were built on the same sites. Here a portrayal of archaeologists studying this site, which in particular they're studying a residence around 1150 that was on top of the site of an earlier sweat lodge. Superb representation of a typical dig site. Showing its layout, its grid patterns, tools. This reflects the trade area of Cahokia. Basically the entire Mississippi Valley to the East Coast, including Florida and up to the Chesapeake and down into Mexico.
Young men reminded them that just as the creator of the continent would cause the sun to rise every morning, if the young men who wore this shell disc would allow this to remind them that if they follow the precepts of the creator of the continent, that they too would endure and rise like the sun. The universe
will start in 10 minutes. Please enter the theater by the steps in the lobby. No one will be admitted.
Cedar trees could be located for construction and remaining close from the streets. The branches were trimmed using replicas of stone axes so that the X marks on the posts would look like those on the original posts.
And the power.
Notice that at each of the levels of the big mound and even the smaller mounds, there is a stockade surrounding the perimeter or the buildings. There were 3 different kinds of mounds for 3 different functions, although the ridgetop mound, the one on the right, is the least understood. Here, a winter scene. Here the spring reflex techniques for capturing fish in weirs and a kind of net system made of reeds, probably. These axe-like devices may have more been symbols of power than actual tools. These little round dealies might have been used in this game pictured above. This is interesting. Threads from sticks, i.e. thin pieces of their bark. Here the making of a wood bowl. Notice that here the man has a quiver.